How's it going, guys? Warm here for Aviation time with part 2 of the World Update 13 Bespoke Airports overview. Today we'll be looking at the 7 remaining airports that we couldn't take a look at in part 1, or else the video would have been like an hour and a half long. So we have 7 airports today. We start here in Indonesia. We have an airport in the Cook Islands, 4 airports in Micronesia, and then 1 airport in Antarctica. So I looked on the sim on the opening screen, and it did say there were 16 bespoke airports. However, I was only able to find 15, and looking at my content manager, it was only 15 airports. So that's what I've covered. If there is another airport that was bespoke and that I didn't cover in the videos, please let me know. But if you want to see the other airports, the first 8 airports we covered, you can find that in part 1. The link to that video will be in the description down below, or you can click in the top right on the card. And if you want to find any other videos of World Update 13, there is a playlist for that, for all the videos that I make on this update. You can also find that, or click on the card in top right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to drop a like, comment down below any feedback, video suggestions, like suggestions. It's always greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you know when we post any new aviation content to the channel. Anyways, let's get started with our first airport. It is here in Indonesia. Alright, welcome to Soemarmo International Airport here in Indonesia. We are in Surakarta at the airport today. It is a single runway airport. The ICAO code of WAHQ, Whiskey Alpha Hotel Quebec. The runway is 08/26, made of asphalt, and is 8,534 feet, which you can see here in the background. The airport has about 13 parking spaces for commercial jets, which you can see right in front of me. There is a terminal with some jetways, while other parking places you have to board from the stairs. And then on the south side of the airport over here, you can see there's a small pad for general aviation, and there's also a small military apron. We can see we are in a town, obviously town of Surakarta in Indonesia. It's fairly big. It's not one of the major cities you'd think of in Indonesia, like a Bali, Makassar, Jakarta. It's not one of those major cities, but it's still a substantial size. So you can take a look here in the background. Little lake there, and a highway. You can see the airport here is just off the highway, and it's a very nice green region of Indonesia. Other facts about the airport: it is 400 feet above sea level, so it's not near the coast, it's inland, and it's on the main island of Java. It is about central in the island, and it's to like the east of Jakarta. So we'll start over here where the highway comes into the airport. You can see there's very nice road markings, which is very pretty. The airport is also connected via train. There's a major train line that comes in here, and most likely continues on to the city center. But you can see here where you would enter the airport. There's some ticketing booths here, nicely detailed. We have the main airport parking lot. You can see covered walkways for when it rains. And there's not that much parking, but there's a fairly good amount. Don't know what plane is making that. There's also a bus terminal here, which is probably right here. I have no idea what plane that is. But yeah, there's also a bus terminal here for buses. But this is what sort of parking lot looks like. Nice trees. And here's another ticketing booth over here. Probably has the same signage on the front. Very beautiful. Some drop-off shipping and receiving over here for cargo, looks like. MSA Cargo. Not necessarily sure who that is, what airline that is. And some other relatively simple buildings. Over here, this is probably continuing the cargo parts of the airport, and probably airport operations like maintenance. Maybe some water trucks, fuel trucks, sanitation, who knows. And over here we have general vehicles for the airport, baggage, etc. Making our way back over here. This is the actual cargo terminal. Okay. We have some sort of plow, it looks like. Not sure. Or just a construction vehicle. And various cargo equipment. Pretty nice. Big shipping container. And here's what it sort of looks like. Cargo arrival. More trucks. Over here, I think this is a police or military establishment, I would say. I have no idea what the sign reads. But it's off the main road of the airport. And then here we have some more, probably airport staff parking, etc. Satellites, stairs that go up to the top floor. And this is what the sort of main departure and arrivals area looks like. This is departures. And same here, international and domestic departure. Oh yeah, this is the train station again. Over here, another sort of garagey, warehousey building. Same thing over here. And over here. This is a secondary parking lot, looks like. Coming over here, there's probably some general housing. This is probably fuel storage for the airport. I wouldn't be surprised. And more housing. Here's inside the train station. Nothing crazy. More baggage equipment. Possibly some washrooms here, offices. And some radio towers over here. We'll make our way airside now to the apron. Very pretty apron. I love it. One thing I noticed, all the gates sort of have these apron lighting towers for all the aprons. And if we can look inside the jetway, there's nothing much. Some basic interior design. All the stands have these signs that have the number of it and its location. Same thing would happen over here at number 1. And it would carry on for all the stands. Some of them have 2 gates. So, I mean, this actually makes sense for right here, because this jetway goes to number 1. This jetway's for number 2. That's sort of what it looks like. Ground markings as well. You can see for the airport vehicles, there's a little entrance here, probably for baggage. 25 kilometer speed limit, some cones. There's very nice attention to detail. That's one thing you'll probably notice. We have a Lion Air at the gate. Gate number 3, number 4. Looking at the airport over here. Don't know what that might be. Number 5, etc. So this sort of continues for the airport. They have these nice... Do you have a plane landing? We do have a plane landing. Once again, this is sort of what it looks like. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then over here it sort of splits up. We have 11, 13, and 15. Here's probably some airport fuel. Here's my aircraft right now, a Boutique Air A320neo. But once again, you can see the signs continue with the numbers 11A, 11, 10A, 10, etc. So that continues. This is the cargo area we've already looked at. Some scaffolding over here for this jetway. Very nice. I think the plane is coming to this gate, number 7. If we look at it, it was a Garuda Indonesia 737. So, we'll continue on over this way. We'll take a look at the control tower and airport fire station. These might be some testing facilities, probably. This says fuel, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's actually a water pump. You can see it's connected to the main parking area over here. And this is the airport firefighting. All the trucks. Very pretty. Kind of cool how it's covered over this shelter instead of all inside the station. So there's this road that connects the runway to the airport. I'm not sure what this is for. Little like traffic circle type thing. Oh, did the airport plane get stuck? Or it's taxiing. Let me look at taxiing. Let's go to number 4. Might have got stuck. Yeah, so this is what the airport generally looks like. You have the taxiway here. Some more apron textures. That plane's gonna be really annoying because it's so loud. But yeah, so far really pretty. Here's the taxiways. There's only these 2 real taxiways on this side of the airport. The one here, and the one here. You can see taxiway Bravo. There is lighting, and here's the main runway. But for now, we're going to cross taxiway Charlie, and this is, I think, the general aviation area of the airport. So you can see, come across. Here's some PAPI lights. And this is the general parking for general aviation, I think. That's what it sort of looks like. Once again, the name of the airport on this building. I mean, there's also a sort of military vehicle here. Advertisements. What's this? I'm not sure. I think it's Twitter. I think it's a military installation of some sort. But there's some general buildings. Some nice buildings, very well done. And some general parking, some antennae. And this is the military buildings, I'm pretty sure. Over here. And right here. As we come to the military apron. We have some military helicopters, some military vehicles. More military vehicles. Might be search and rescue. And there's more covered areas here for aircraft to park. Plus some airport vehicles, containers, etc. Control tower. Over here, another airport fire truck stationed right there. Got some cones with the military apron. You see it's fairly simple. And this is what it generally looks like. It's very well done. I'm not sure what this may be. I think it's just housing the antenna. Little windsock. And this taxiway sort of generally continues down here and will eventually join the runway later on. Talking about the runway, I'll increase our drone speed. And yeah, so this taxiway carries down. It's nothing special. And it'll go down to the runway. This runway has 2 sort of turnaround points. There's one here. And another one down by at the end. Where the PAPI lights, windsock, I think ILS is down here. Here's the other turnaround point. Runway 26. Very nice. And there is runway lights leading up that stretch very far back. What does this say? Just a danger sign, looks like, for low-flying aircraft. Something like that. It's really cool, like little walkways through here. And it goes back all the way over here. Very interesting. Obviously, this is more of the town. You see all the housing, etc. But we'll go down the whole runway here. You can see how the textures sort of change. Looks like the Garuda Indonesia disappeared finally because it was stuck. But as we get to the other end, there's another ILS. This is runway 08. There's more danger signs for people. Probably low-flying aircraft. There's actually a traffic light here. Interesting. And here, for some reason. Actually, that makes sense. But yeah, I guess they don't want cars going through here during an arrival. So that's pretty interesting. And I don't see runway lights leading up to this end, but interesting fencing change too. A little river there, little lake. You can see more of the highway, some mountains in the background, etc. Some pretty large buildings. So, we'll take a look now at the airport at night. We'll change the time. And this is generally what it's going to look like at night. There's a little runway threshold at this end. But here's what it'll look like on the runway. Dual poppy lights. Here's the military apron lighting. And the general aviation. Pretty nice. Here's what the city's going to look like. You can see it is a fairly large metropolis area. Indonesia is a very populated place. Very nice. You see over there looks even more populated. Take a look at the other end of the runway and the lights leading up to it. This airport's probably going to be the most active at night. The most lighting we'll see at night. And that's what it'll look like. More dual poppy lights. And we'll come over to the terminal. Check it out. You can see the airport fire station. All that. And the airport apron lighting right here. Very beautiful. You can see over on this side, there's street lighting like always. Lighting in the parking lots. Except not this one. And you can see the highway is going to be fairly lit up as well. So we'll switch over to rain. We'll see what it looks like in the rain. I'll do a storm this time. This might have been a bad idea, because I can't see anything. Here's what it might look like in a storm. I'm going to switch it to rain. It's hard to see. So yeah, here's what it might look like in the rain. On a general day on the apron. Fairly straightforward. Actually looks really nice, to be honest. Beautiful rain textures. Looks very beautiful. Here's what the runway sort of looks like. Fairly straightforward. So yeah, this was airport number 1 in Surakarta. Surakarta? Yep. Surakarta in Indonesia at Soemarmo International Airport. We'll now make our way for airport number 2. We'll head over to the Cook Islands, and we'll head over there now. Welcome to airport number 2. We are now in the Cook Islands. We're at Aitutaki Airport in Cook Islands. Once again, it is another single runway airport. It is a 5,989-foot bituminous runway, and it's runway 14/32, which you can see in the background. This airport has 2 parking spaces, of which I'm taking up 1 right now, and this airport sees Saab 34 service to the main Cook Island a few times daily. So, lastly, the airport is 18 feet above sea level. As you can see, we're not like directly on the coast. You can see there's like a small little hill bringing us up. And it's a small little terminal. It's on this small island. There's not much here. Like, it's not technically on its own island, but it's only connected by this little bit of land here to this whole bigger part, as this is separated by water over there. You can also see if this airport, it had a different runway in the past. You can see right here, this runway is closed, and they now use 14/32. So I'm actually going to I'll start over here in the parking lot. You can see a little maybe shuttle service here, and then there's a very small parking lot for the few residents on the island. What's this over here? I have no idea. But there's some shipping containers, small maybe maintenance building, and this is definitely the airport, like fire truck and fire station. This is their only little truck. But here's the terminal. You can sort of see inside. If I get closer, it'll put me on the roof. So this is about all you can see. But it's a small little terminal. There's some washrooms over here on the outside. You can see Aitutaki and another airline. I can't read it. But there's a little restricted area sign, off-road vehicles. It's just a small little cute airport. I really like it. There's these hedges that go around so people don't necessarily get in. And here's the fuel storage. A little baggage, maybe GPU here, and a little welcome sign that welcomes you in to the airport. There's some benches, some people. These gates probably close and open. It's just a very nice airport. I really like it. No parking here, obviously. It's just drop off, entry only. You can read those signs. No, I can't. But anyways, the main town is located over here. You can see some buildings here. But most often you gotta take this road. Fence, the hedges kind of act as the fence of the airport. You can also see the fence here. And this road goes along the airport because there's some more houses over here. Looking at the apron, it's very straightforward. 2 parking spaces, hold short line, and pretty much a taxiway onto the runway. You can see the runway does have lights, which is nice. And I'll bump up the drone speed. That's too much. But yeah, you can see some houses scattered around the island. You can see over here, there's some houses, small roads, and this road goes around the old runway, which you can see continues the whole way. Here's the main road into town. It'll take you down here. You can see over there, that's the main part of town along this coast. Little gas station here, well modeled, very pretty. And yeah, the old runway goes along here. There's the welcome sign we started at. There's a windsock. Someone may be plane spotting here. And it just goes the length of the runway. This person's got a boat. Might be a resort. But here's the runway. Kind of skipped a bit. 14. And we can keep going down. Just want to see that sign. Yeah, it's probably a resort. But here's the runway. You can see the other end here. And a little turnaround point. Again, runway end lights. And some other buildings. And as you can see, like I said, there's more buildings over here at the other end of the runway. There's some docks, another resort here, very pretty. It's just a very nice tropical sort of island. Little dock here, you can see they've even modeled these tables on the outside. It's very detailed. And it's very pretty. That actually might be a POI, that resort. They also have pappy lights. So it's almost nighttime, but we'll take a look at night, how the area looks. Like we always do. 7:42 p.m. early into the night. You can see the runway lights. Some lighting at the resort, some lighting in town over there. And if we follow the runway, here's what it'll generally look like. Now the airport itself looks like it has a lot more lighting. If we come in here, there's actually no apron lighting really. These are invisible. There's some invisible lighting here that might not be meant to be. But this is what the terminal looks like at night. Yeah, so I think these lights might not be meant to be here. They are kind of invisible, but obviously the old runway's pitch black. So yeah, pretty nice feel overall. Take a look at a rainy day here from the terminal. Here's a general rainy day down here at the terminal. Pretty nice. It is sort of sunset right now. It's getting close to that time. Here's what it looks like. Very nice. Beautiful airport. It's actually one of my favorites so far, to be honest. I really like it. So we'll move on to Micronesia now. We'll do the 4 airports now in Micronesia. We're going to start off at Sapwuahfik. Probably a very small strip. And I'll see you over there for airport number 3. Welcome to airport number 3 in Micronesia. We are here at Sapwuahfik Island in Micronesia. It's a very unique airport that they've added to the sim. I'm not sure if they added it or they changed it, but it is a single runway. It is just a single strip with no parking spaces, and it's an asphalt runway 08/26. But you can see here, essentially it's in the middle of the ocean that is 1,181 feet long. So this is it. This is the airport, but there's also this whole beach over here. And the island is inhabited. You can see there's quite a few people that live here on the island. And it's in Micronesia. Obviously it has a very low-lying island. And you can see below, you can see all this atoll, aka like land right below the ocean right here, and it kind of snakes around. And essentially, I don't know when this airport was made. It's essentially just a bush strip, but you can see all the houses around. I'll change the drone speed so I can get around faster. But yeah, you can see some general buildings around the area. I don't see any roads. It's probably all by foot. Most of their stuff probably comes by boat. And this is what it generally looks like. It's just a nice little island. And yeah, 1,200 foot runway. Probably pretty nuts. Little hut here. But by the airport itself, there's some boats, some logs, some beautiful trees. And yeah, this is pretty much it. It's just a strip of asphalt and rock in the middle of the ocean, 6 feet above. And yeah, obviously, looking at it at nighttime, you can't really see anything. There's almost no lighting on the island at all. No lighting at the airport. And then evidently, if we go in the rain, this is what it'll sort of look like. Kind of eerie, but pretty cool, to be honest. This is what a rainstorm will look like on the island. But yeah, you can see the atoll where this is based. Very pretty. So, this is the airport. This is Sapwuahfik. The ICAO code for this airport is Papa Tango November Golf, PTNG. And alright, welcome to the next airport, airport number 4. We are on the biggest island in the Federated States of Micronesia. We are in Pohnpei at Pohnpei International Airport. Papa Tango, Papa November, PTPN. It is a single runway airport, as you can see in the background. It is a 6,601 asphalt runway, and it is made, and it's runway 09/27. As you can see below me here as well, the airport has 3 parking spaces, mainly 2 for commercial travel, commercial jets, and one for myself over here. One fun fact about the airport right now, you can see a boat actually leaving the port, which actually looks pretty cool. So it looks like there's a AI boat right now, just on its way out. Pretty cool. The Ocean Giant from Houston, Texas. That was a screenshot. So it is live weather right now, so it is a thunderstorm here. But once again, like always, we'll start in the parking lot area of the airport. You can see a pretty generic parking lot, drop-off pickup zones over here, some lighting, some cool stop signs, showing the arrival and departures. What does this say? Loading zone. There's the sign, there's the flag, sorry. Now it is, Micronesia is sort of like has a relationship with the USA. It's like a, I don't know what to call it. I think it's similar to like Puerto Rico. It's similar to that. We can see this is the Pohnpei Port Authority building. And obviously here's the port for Pohnpei. It's right here. China Star Hotel, probably for all the fisher people, maritime workers. You can see the port is right beside the airport. You can see it here, all the warehouses, shipping containers, etc. This could be fuel storage or other liquid storage, oil. This is fuel and more shipping containers, etc. It's also on this really cool sort of island, and it's all connected by this one road. You can see it here. There's one road on this little spit, connects the airport. Here's the sort of terminal you can see, very pretty. Some outdoor baggage area here. This is obviously the baggage part. We can have arrivals here, the tow arrival hall, and a welcome sign. The capital of the Federated States of Micronesia is Pohnpei, or the state. And continental transiting passengers. Now, this airport does see service from United. They get 737s from United Airlines. This is probably the cargo building. Yep, United Cargo, who could have guessed? And it makes sense because it is right beside the port that it would be right here. Over here, looks like an airport. It's a hangar with a King Air in it right now. Some pallets, loads of pallets, and other baggage and airport maintenance equipment, etc. Over here is another hangar. It's currently storing some baggage carts. Fuel truck, some antenna, there's some lighting. It's definitely the departure place here. Baggage for the departing flights. Pretty cool terminal. So here's the apron markings you can sort of see here. Nothing like spectacular about them, but they go out to the runway, single taxiway. Taxiway markings you can see here. There is taxiway lighting too. Here's the runway. You come out here. Here's runway 9. What it sort of looks like. There's no lights leading up to the runway. Little windsock. And we'll go to the length of the runway now. Here's some PAPI lights. And 5, I'm not sure what this means, the 5. But we'll take a pit stop here to the fire station. The Pohnpei fire station here, you can see. A little fueling station for them. Vehicles in the back, very beautiful. Very nice. Coming back, this might be thousands of feet remaining. It might be like 4,000 feet remaining. Your secondary windsock. Then it's like 3,000 feet, 2,000. It might be that. Could also be like hundreds of meters. And here's the other PAPI lights, windsock, and the other turnaround point for runway 27. So there's a perimeter road around the airport, perimeter airport road, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, here's what the runway looks like. This is sort of what the airport will look like in the rain. Is that another windsock? I don't know if I covered that one. And these trucks are kind of tweaking. They might have actually not loaded. I don't think they loaded in. There's the boat. The thunder's loud. What's over here? Storage or housing or something? I don't know. Could be like temporary housing. But a very cool airport. Here's the terminal building again. One thing I didn't see, however, was a traffic control ATC sort of thing. Who knows? But yeah, over here, more buildings, etc. And you can see now the mountain. I'll switch actually right now. I'll switch to nice weather so you can sort of see more. But you can see the island is very beautiful, very lush island. And there's also these like atolls out on the outskirts as well. It's a very cool place nature-wise. But yeah, very cool island. It's probably the main city area. And this is what it sort of looks like during the day in nicer weather, as you can see. We'll bring in nighttime now, so you can sort of see how it is at night. See the runway lights. There's the town in the background. This is what the port, the parking lot, roads, port looks like. Here's our apron lighting. Pretty nice lighting actually for the apron. That's well done. And here's the airport fire station lit up. And we can go to the end of the runway. You can see taxiway lights here at the end. And it's very similar here at the end. So yeah, there is also taxiway lighting. Keep that in mind. Very cool airport. We'll check out the rain before we move on. We'll just do an actual like rainstorm. Obviously it's not going to actually rain. That's kind of annoying. Okay, wait. Okay, maybe not snow. So this is like a storm. What it would sort of look like. Pretty standard. We already sort of saw this, but very pretty. Runway looks really nice too. So yeah, this is Pohnpei, largest airport in Micronesia. I think so, largest airport. It's obviously the main airport. And we'll move on to the next airport. We have the next two in Micronesia, and we'll head there now. Well, we are back on another beach in Micronesia, on another very very worn down asphalt airstrip just above sea level. We are here on Mokil Atoll, or Mokil Island in Micronesia at the Mokil, I guess, airport. The echo code here is Papa Tango Mike Oscar PTMO, and it is a single asphalt runway 06/24 that is 1,181 feet long. So it's the same length as the earlier airport, Sapwuahfik, PTNG. And obviously there's no parking spaces, and we are just a measly 6 feet above sea level. This airport's slightly more believable than the first one, but here's what the island sort of looks like. We're on the coast here. There is a town over here, which actually I saw on Google Maps. That's the wrong button. It has a Protestant church, it has a pharmacy, it has a lot of good stuff over here in this town. And you can see it's pretty small. There's a little... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I'll see you back in the town. Alright, so we are back in the town now. As I was saying, you can see the small little road. There's the church I was talking about, the little Protestant church. And this is the town. This is what it looks like. It's very pretty. Nice little small beachfront town. Barely above water. But yeah, this is the airport. This island has nothing on it. And that island over here Also nothing on it. And if you look around, we are just in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing in sight. Okay, there is this little hut here and this little shack with some barrels and some maybe caravel or something. That's the only thing really here at the airport. So once again, I think I might do a circuit of the... I was thinking I could do a circuit of the airport, but maybe I won't to save video time. So I think we'll move on to the next airport. We'll take a look at this airport at night quickly. There it is at midnight. Absolutely pitch black. You can't even see anything on the island. And then in the rain, we'll go rain. This is what it'll look like in the rain. Essentially, nothing's changed really. Yeah, this was what airport? This was Mokil Airport in Micronesia. And we'll move on now to the last airport in Micronesia, which I think might be similar to this one. But let's go check it out. Alright, we're at the last airport in Micronesia, and it's going to look very similar to a lot of the others we've already seen. But we are here now at Pingelap Airport, Papa Tango, Papa India. It is the exact same length as Mokil, 1181 foot single asphalt runway, and it's actually runway 06/24 again. You can see this one again. It sort of jets off into the ocean again. It's also half on the sand. You can see there is a little town behind us. But over here, you can see a little maybe outhouse and other building. This is the airport building. This is what it is. And this is what it looks like. This might be like a septic tank or something. Little boat. Here's the little town you can see. Very nice. Little road going through it. Is this a basketball hoop? There's a basketball hoop here. Is this a sign? It is a sign, nothing on it. Big satellite. And this is what the town looks like. Buildings are pretty generic. We've sort of seen them at the other airports, but they're pretty cool. Another church. Very nicely done. Obviously, there's another island over there, which we could take a look at. I don't think anyone lives on it. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone lives on it. It looks like it's just trees and foliage. But one fun fact about this airport, funny enough, when I spawned in, the elevation of the airport supposedly was -3 feet above sea level. So, I don't know. We're apparently -3 feet above sea level right now. Who knows? Does it say here? No. But yeah, we'll take a look at night what the island looks like. I'm not going to do a circuit around this airport. I've already done one at an airport like this, but we'll see it at night. Here's what it's going to look like. More lighting than the past airport. You can see the houses of lights. And in the rain, you can take a look what it looks like in the rain. Here's what it'll look like. In the rain. Pretty cool. Pretty similar to the other two. They're all located really close to each other, so you could do like a bush flying trip, one airport to the next on these small little atolls. And it was pretty cool. So we have one airport left to cover for today, and it's a fairly cool island. Or, not an island, it's an airport. It is in Antarctica, and it is Phoenix Airfield, or also known as McMurdo Station in Antarctica. So we'll head over there now, and we'll see how it looks for our final airport in the airport's overview for World Update 13. Alright, here we are at the final airport. We are here at Phoenix Airfield, I think. Phoenix Airfield, yep. At McMurdo Station in Antarctica. The ICAO code for this airport is November Zulu Foxtrot X-Ray NZFX. And essentially, you can't see it right now, but it's a single runway airport where you honestly can't even really see the runway. We'll show you here. This is about the brightest it gets around here. There's no real runway markings. You can't really see a runway. We are about 16 feet above sea level. There's no parking spaces, of course, and it is an 11,001 foot snow runway, and it's runway 15 and 33. So, anyways, there's really nothing around here that you can see. We are in a C-17. It is a mod freeway aircraft. But yeah, I might just take off from the airports to end the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed part 2 of the Featured Airports series overview for World Update 13 Oceania. If you did, make sure to drop a like. If you haven't checked out part 1, you can click the link in the description down below, or you can check the World Update 13 playlist, where we will have every single video from this update. It's in the playlist. There's also the card in the top right if you want to click that. Anyways, comment down below any feedback, video suggestions, flight suggestions is always appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you know when we post any new aviation content to the channel. Let's try running this thing to end. Here we go. Full throttle. It's fairly bumpy. I don't know when to rotate in this. We're up. Positive rate gear up. Anyways, guys, once again, hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and later.